So in this session now we are going to see these vouchers in a detail sense. Okay? So first of all we will start with the contra voucher. This is the very first voucher of this tally. So in a contra voucher what we are going to enter when the transaction is having only a cash and a bank balance. Bank. The, the entry which is having only cash account and a bank account. So this type of entries we have to enter in a contra voucher, because this contra vouchers feature is that none other than the cash and a bank they are going to enter in their voucher, right? So only cash and bank transaction is there, then you have to enter this transaction in a contra voucher. For example, cash account debited to bank account. When you withdraw some cash from a bank account, so what will be the entry? Cash account debited to bank account. When this cash and bank is only the entries are there, only the accounts are there, then this entry you have to enter in a contract. Okay? Now the next voucher is that payment voucher, that we know when we want to do any of the payment, when you want to do any of the payment, is for example for electricity bill, for a telephone bill, for anything payment, when you do the payment for anything of your expenses, that entry should be recorded in the payment voucher. For example, the entry is what? When you do any of the payment, for example you do payment for electricity bill, what will be the entry? Electricity bill account debited to cash account. So this is what the payment is. So this entry is going to be recorded. Payment voucher. Payment voucher. Guys, I want to tell you, if you do any of the wrong entry, for example, for the payment purpose, you have done a payment for electricity bill. So electricity bill account debited to cash account entry. But because of the lack of concepts and all of these things, if you did a wrong entry, if you done a wrong entry, that is a cash account debited to electricity bill account, so that is not going to be acceptable by the payment voucher. So whenever there will be a payment voucher, there is a scroll down list, and in that scroll down list there will be any of the payment, that is electricity, telephone, and that is going to be debited only. By mistakenly if you debit the cash, that is not going to be acceptable over. Tally will show you the error. That is one of the advantage of these things, because even though we don't clear our basics right now, so we can do the right entries over there. Okay? So this is what the about the payment. Then what is receipt voucher? In this receipt voucher, what we have to do? Whatever the payment, whatever the receipt, whatever the cash you have received for anything, just like the, for example, rent. For a rent, if you receive some money, it means that cash account is debited, right? So in this receipt voucher, only debit will be the cash. None other than the cash account is going to be debited. Okay? So whatever the amount you receive, maybe of course by check if you are receiving the money, so bank account is also be debited. But other than the cash and bank, other than the receipt, if you did a wrong entry, that tally is not going to be acceptable. Okay? The next voucher is that a journal voucher. What do you mean by the journal voucher? As we know in our manual accounting also, journal entry means what? When there is a not a relation with the cash and a bank, then that transaction is not having any relation with the cash and the bank, that type of entries is going to be recorded in the. It means that in a tally, when you enter in a tally in a journal voucher, if you want to debit a cash or bank, that is not going to be accepted. That scroll down list, that's a background data, will not show you the cash or bank in a journal voucher, because that is not the feature of that journal voucher. Okay, so the entry which is not having any of the debit or credit as a cash and a bank, that all entries are going to be recorded in the journal. Okay, the next voucher is that a sales voucher. What the sales voucher is? When you do any of the sales, okay, when you sold your goods to the customer, at that time the sales entry you have to post, right? So this entry you have to pass over there, sales entry, that's a cash account debited to sales account, or parties account debited to sales, right? So this type of entries you have to do in a sales voucher. After that, the next voucher is that is the purchase voucher. Purchase voucher, sales voucher we have clear actually. 1 second. 1, 2, 3.
Start.
The next voucher is a debit note. You can see over here. The debit note is
तिथून नाही मॅडम,
related.
परचेस व्हाउचर पासून स्टार्ट करा.
ना परचेस
नको
voucher.
परचेस व्हाउचर पासून स्टार्ट. नेक्स्ट व्हाउचर माहित नाही.
रिझल्ट बरोबर कॅल्क्युलेट
ऍक्च्युली तिथे बघतच नाही, बघत नाही तिथे. जस्ट एक
त्याला काय प्रॉब्लेम?
वाचायचं असेल तर मग तिकडे पाहिजे. हो हो.
हा मॅडम. हा
सुरुवात करू.
नेक्स्ट वाउचर पासून.
नेक्स्ट परचेस वाउचर. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड दी करू स्टार्ट. So next slide is next slide कशाला start का? So next voucher is a purchase voucher. Purchase voucher means when you do a purchase, okay? When a raw material purchased by your business. So at that time, what will be the entry? To a debited to the purchase account, okay? And the cash account credit or any party's account credit depending upon the nature of the transaction, right? So purchase voucher, in that purchase voucher, what is going to be recorded over here? Only the transaction which is related to the purchase, okay? That is going to be recorded in the purchase voucher. The next voucher is that is the debit voucher, debit note. In the debit note, exactly the purchase return you have to record over there. Means in the case of a purchase entry, in the case of a purchase transaction, what will be the entry? Purchase account debited to cash or any party account. So here, which account is debited over here? Purchase account is debited, right? And when the purchase return is there, you have to give the exact opposite effect to that particular account, right? When it is a purchase return, that purchase account is debited in case of purchases. And when it is a return, then you have to nullify that effect by giving a credit. And that's why you have to credit that, you have to reverse that effect, and that's why it is called a debit note. So in that debit note, you have to enter the purchase return transactions in there, okay? And the last voucher is that is a credit note. In the credit note, what we are going to enter? The same logic which we have used for a purchase return, and that's the same logic we are going to use for a sales return. In case of a sales, what entry will be there? What entry will be there? That's a cash account or party account is debited, and you have given the credit to the sales account. So if there is a sales return, exact opposite effect you have to give. That is a credit note. That's why it is called a credit note. You give the exact opposite. And that's why in a credit note, which transactions are going to be recorded? That are the transactions which are related to the sales return. That transactions you have covered over here. So here guys, every vouchers you have covered, that is from the contra voucher till the credit note. These all vouchers we are going to use for a entry purpose. Transactions entry we are going to do in Tally with the help of this vouchers, in this vouchers, okay? And the last part we are going to cover in this session, that actually how to create a company. Now, because this all part we covered, that was related to the theory part, what we are going to do in the next sessions, and practically we are going to start with the creation. So when we create a company, what type of information we give over there? Type of information is what is the name of that company, what is the address of that company, okay, in which state it is situated, right? Is there any branches of that company, right? This information we have to give. And from which date you are going to start the maintenance of accounts. From which date means from which year. There is only start date, guys. There is only start date. A start date will be there. And from 1 year data, you have to record every year. You have to record the data in this particular time. So from only start date, you have to give over here from which year your business has started, give over here. From which year you are going to maintain the accounts in a Tally, give that date. Okay? Then which type of currency, that's suppose Indian currencies are used. So currency used you have to give whether this your account, that is you are going to maintain in a Tally, it is with inventory or not, that you have. Inventory means stock, whether you are maintaining a stock in your company. If you are maintaining a stock in your company, then you have to select the option that is whether with inventory. And if it is not with the inventory, then you have to select the option accounts only. Okay? So all these basic entries you have to do while creating a company. So in the next lecture, we will directly start the practical session on this company creation first, and then we will prepare a ledgers, then we will prepare a groups, and we will do the entries. Okay? Thank you.